Now, a proposed peace meeting between the Amalgamated Union of App-Based Transport Workers of Nigeria and e-hailing companies ended in a stalemate as both parties refused to cede grounds during negotiations. The e-hailing drivers threatened to convert passengers offline as they demand a 50% reduction in commission fee and are also seeking an increase in fares by 200% to enable them break even in their day-to-day transactions, coupled with hike in the price of petrol. Let's get into the conversation and understand these issues first before we now consider their actions. Mr. Ayuade Ibrahim is the General Secretary of the Amalgamated Union of App-Based Transport Workers. He's live in the studio to discuss issues affecting e-hailing drivers, especially this fresh demand. Thank you so much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's good to have you in the studio.
Yeah.
Let's start with the issues. Please tell us, basically, what are the issues? I know that the price of fuel, because I bought fuel this morning, I know what it used to be, I know what it is now. But before that, what are the contending issues that you've had in running your businesses?
Yeah, thank you very much. We have issue before subsidy, to be sincere.
Okay.
And if you look at our industry, it's only the hire company take all decision. And when you ask them, they will tell you that they are not transport companies. They are platform provider to match us with a rider. Meanwhile, they set a price mechanism for transporters, which is not good enough. And when you look at what we are asking for, we are talking about price mechanism. We are talking about safety, both rider and the drivers. And we are talking about how do we meet in the middle. We have three stakeholders. People like you that patronize us, you determine what we take home. The hire companies take the commission. We do the job on the road for these two other stakeholders. Okay. What we are trying to ask them is that, look, you don't know what we are passing through in the streets of Lagos or any part of the country. Let us sit down together and fashionalize our work modality that we favor the customer and we favor the hire company and we favor us, because we are not service. All of us are in this business to make money. For example, if you pick a rider from the airport to, let's say, Lekki Phase 1, that everybody know, or TVC channel here, we can measure the kilometer. You can fashion it that, okay, your car, wear and tear, XYZ, the fuel you use, XYZ, the money you pay yourself, and the data you use, and what have you. We factor this thing as an operation system. And all of us will now conclude that, okay, when you pick a ride from airport to TVC, automatically it will give you this. But that's the case on our own. Somebody that is not even understand how these things work determine
the price.
Yes, that's the major problem we have. That's the major problem we have. The second problem we attend them is the issue of even the customer like you. Okay. What really happened is that's what they call KYC in the back industry. Know your customer. It does not happen in our own industry. We told them, profile a riders that want to come to us so that the driver can be safe, even the customer can be safe. But they say no. And they will ask them why. Because of competition. Go and tell Uber to first start. Uber will tell you, go and tell Bolt to first start. So they are now pushing us up and down. Meanwhile, they are killing our driver every day. Because I don't know what will take them. The reason why they are running away for KYC is that they don't want anybody to feel stressed by putting your data and what have you. They think the person will not patronize them. So they put the profits above the safety of the drivers. That is another area. Another area is about income to the industry. You see, most of us that we are working in these organizations, I can tell you for free, 85% are graduates. I know. These are the people that I call them for street graduates, because I lead them. I did not know half of what they knew. But somebody have to champion, somebody have to be leader. By grace, I was able to manage some of them. So when we are now talking about the income coming to the industry, to be fair, because I'm saying it in a plain clean slate here, not about because I'm a driver or I'm not a platform owner. We should be sincere here. We should put it on the table so all of us can. So look at that incoming, the income that come to our platform. They have three ways of making money. Driver have only one way, and I will explain. Okay. Number one, commission. They get commission from us. And that is the only way the driver too can make money. Drive, give them commission. But we do inspection 2 times in a year. I've argued these issues at the Ministry of Transport last year or so, that look, who has power? Is it the company or the government that provide roadworthiness to us? Because in acts of UK, acts of any part of the world, when you get the clarification from government, you just upload this to their platform. Why is it different in Nigeria that they will not subject us to another verification of our vehicle? I did not against it. To be sincere, I did not. You have your company now, you have your modality and condition for your company. Yeah. Before me come and put my car in your, I don't have a problem with that. Do you know the problem I have? For you to charge me again. Because I see it as a double taxation. Because government is only one that authorized to do the roadworthiness for the cars. And if you are not certified with the certificate I'm bringing, you want to confirm practically, which is fine, confirm. But you don't need to charge me again. We pay 8K per year to that one, and they get the money. 1 kobo has never come back to us. The third one is the issue of data. All of us know the big soul of data. Yeah. Data is the oil of our time. Yeah. There's no data about it. Now, imagine we pull 1.5 million rider a day in Lagos State alone. Go and check it.
1.5
yes,
million,
go and check it. In a day. That is what we put in the streets. We move in the streets of Lagos. Imagine. They have 2 platforms. They have rider platform and they have customer platform. Imagine the kind of data, the kind of traffic we generate to pull into their website. The question is this: who is getting the advertisement of all those crowd funds we pull into their platform? So it's very technical. And if you don't really understand how this thing works, you will not really understand how companies are making money. They are making big money, but they pretend that they don't make money. And they will not give them condition. Look, we have been backing this thing before the subsidy came, which is okay for every one of us. And please, let us regulate the income price mechanism so that you can have your way, we can have our way. And what we ask them is to come down to 10% flat so that the customer will not pay more. Okay. They will pay like the same amount of money. If I thought you want to increase it, will not be as much as when you are taking 25% or 27% as a commission. Yes. So that one will help our customer. And you can come up and regulate, maybe you put, like we had 200%. If you cannot give us 200%, let's say you give us 110% or what have you, depends on the negotiation, the way we look at it, with fairness. And we ask them that. And they now begin to blackmail us. That, look, we are asking our customer to pay more so that the market will not be able to flourish and the people will not be able to patronize us. That is not the case. The case here is that come down with your commission to 10% flat. And the rider will pay less. The driver will earn more and what have you. And another area is this. If you call me a partner, I think the definition of partnership is clear. 2 of us will sit in the table.
That's the way it should be. Share ideas.
Share ideas.
Agree on losses. Agree on profits and all of that.
It's never happened in our own. You call us independent contractor or partnership on paper, but practically we are slaves. I will tell you why. There is what they call algorithm. Yeah. And there is what they call GPS. And there is what they call gribble. And I will manage to explain in a layman time these 3 combination of instruments we use in our industry. Algorithm is the one that calculates our money. It's our boss, it's HR. It's one that determines what everybody will take home. And I think algorithm too, they use it in ATM, just for a layman clear time, that when you put your card and you plug in 2,000 naira and they give you exactly 2,000. Yeah. So algorithm do the work. So the same thing they do for us. And they use Gribble to block us, even without asking us any questions. And they direct us through GPS. They manage us, they do everything. When you put that 3 aspects together, I want to ask a question here. Who is that kind of person that's played that role? It's an employee. Because you control my movements, You pay me every week the work I did, and you fire me. Even the firing is more dangerous than traditional way of employment. In a traditional way of employment, no matter whatever condition or you committed in a company, they will give you benefits of doubt by giving you query, and the HR will invite you for this questioning or whatever. You may escape and you may get suspended or you may be fired. But our own is not that. The rider may be in your car and they take you off. Yes. There is no other way for you. The next thing they will tell you is that go and pay 2,000 naira for refreshment courses. So these are the arguments we are talking about until when we pull ourselves together and move to the Ministry of Labour. On 2017, we submit the application of our registering of our union till last year before they finalize it. And the former Minister of Labour, he approved our union. The same company wrote a petition to the Ministry of Labour that, look, we don't want you to give these people union. After 7 years of bargaining with the ministry, that we don't want you to give these people union because we did not employ them. Meanwhile, when the minister was talking about our union, he specifically mentioned it there that, look, this is an informal sector. And the ILO, which is International Labour Organization, have already told all the country that, look, go back to your home, formalize informal sector. Let them have union. They are collecting commission. The commission alone is enough for us to have a collective bargaining. Yeah. On that basis, that is why they give us union. It's not because on the basis of whether they recognize us or not. That is what they don't understand. So when they write those petitions and they say the petition is not fly, they write another petition that, okay, if you want to give them union, change their name. We want to write a constitution for them, and they won't be part of the people that will determine the union. Nigeria doesn't. They are challenging Nigeria constitution.
This is a lot in the pack. I must tell you. Now you've met with them, you've spoken around all of this. I hear there's a 7-day ultimatum.
Yeah.
So tell us more about that.
We arrived in 7-day ultimatum to give them some kind of.
Are they looking at the issues? Are they saying they want to?
No, what really happened last week on Friday? Some of the ESCO meet with both in their office when there's a protest there and they are not feel comfortable. They have to force to pick them in and talk to them. So they try to manage to bamboozle many things that day by saying they increase the price or what have you, so that just to let people move out of their office. But when we check the one they said they increased, it does not account for anything. It does not account for anything. We are in the Uber office too at Maryland, and they run away that day. We couldn't have any of their staff, talk to. And we have already told them that, look, get in touch with the Ministry of Labour before this 7 days ultimatum, so that the Ministry of Labour can be a referee and look into all these things, and then we have a collective bargaining. If really you are doing a genuine business, it's not about you come and pay us salary, is what we are talking about. It's about we want to know what that is meant for us in this business. And that is why you see them running up and down and they are not listening to us. But we have a solution. We have 3 options, and we have not activated any. Wow. We have not. And I was telling them on Friday that, look, if you refuse to do the needful, I cannot say, most of our guys is work and eat. Yeah. And imagine somebody that, graduates and, the economy, I know it will be better one day, and he cannot join armed robber or join a bad gang. He collect the car. You cannot say that kind of person to stay home for long. Yeah. How do we manage to feed the family? Yeah. At the same time, the fuel is not okay.
Because I wanted to ask you that in this era of subsidy, a litre 490, 500 in some cases, have your rates now, are they at par with this new?
No. It's not commensurate with the reality on grants concerned to fuel subsidy. You haven't mentioned about fuel subsidy alone. You don't talk about the part.
Yeah. Part.
And the person will feed his family, feed himself. That means you have to pay salary on what he's doing. If I told it's your car, You have to keep money so that if that car gets spoiled or whatever, you can replace it. Go and check before, when we want to do, which is common in any car, whether it's spoiled or not, when we want to do servicing. Thank God some of us will. You know, we used 10,000 before. Now it's 20,000. Depends on even your engine. Yeah. I'm talking about 4+.
Yeah. If you have a bigger engine, you
have
1.5 engine.
Exactly. So now, tell me, how people will survive. At the same time, people need to work, because we have 3 types of people working on this system. Number one, the people like you buy car for. Oh yeah, come and take this, my brother, and make money and pay me so that at least I will have something with my investments. That is number one. Number two, people that approach the bank, maybe microfinance bank, maybe normal bank, get money and buy. That's the HP. And then you have people that they don't have this, they don't have that. What they bank on is their friend that, look, lend me your car, let me work for 3 days. Okay. And because they don't have that capability to be in 2 categories that I first mentioned. Yeah. And okay, I work for 2 days, you work for 3 days to feed your family, depending to the time we sort some things out. Now, the problem is this. The fuel and the price mechanism is not fair. How do we meet in the middle? What we resort into is they should confide many of their customers to the offline. Everybody may be hear this. If you think for you to increase the price to reality on ground is your problem, when you lose the revenue, it will be the same thing. I know all Nigeria citizens, our customer, they really understand what I'm talking here today. That if any of our guys explain things for them, many will kneel, because some of them too have the car in the platform. They understand what.
I think I get that point. So you're going to complete that, but something happened to me, and I just want to maybe something like that. We got to to a park, and we wanted to take Uber to the airport, and we saw a price, and he came in, and we were like, "Let's go." He said, "No," he said, "That's not the price to the airport." Yeah. I said, "Wow," and he said it was like almost double of the price. I said, "Why?" He said it's offline. They don't. So I think that is what you're trying to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's optional you have now. You know, the urgency of a problem demanded urgency of the solution. That is what we can do. We can't fight them more than what we have done. But we will use our number 6, and they are dealing with intelligent people.
True.
We are very, very competent. And nobody asks of the job you are doing today, but people ask of the money you are taking home. Forget about white-collar job, green-collar job. True. That's why you see many people move to the America, the worst toilet. Because of what? They are not talking about that toilet. They are talking about the
dollars.
So these are the things that we are talking to tell our member that it's not about the job you are doing today. It's about the money that comes from that job. And that is the reason why the government needs to involve. Because that industry harbor at least many youths in this country. So they need to look at it in a way that this industry will be favorable for every one of us. So our member doesn't have any option now rather than negotiate. Let me use layman so that it won't look like
negotiate.
Yes.
So that they can move on.
If you see the letter I usually out, that is why you see even those our company, they release one newspaper concerned to that letter. I said, now that we are in the middle of everything, we cannot say you stay in a home, and we cannot say you should not work. True. Work with this wisdom. True. I said, I put in that letter that work with your wisdom, work with your head, and know what to do. I won't talk more than that.
Interesting story. I must say you've been able to articulate your point so very clearly, but what will be your message to government directly now to intervene on this issue, and also to members of your association?
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that government deeming fit to register our union. And I pray that it's not a mistake. It's a plus to youth of this country. And we pray government for that. And we thank them for that. But it's not finished there. They need to do the other things in which they will bring all these companies to the table and set the agenda for them for problem on ground now. That's short-term solution. The long-term solution is very simple. All our senator, House of Rep, everybody should put it into the agenda now that we need to have a regulations in this industry, because this industry harbored the graduates, and nobody is looking for a white-collar job. But the one we have, they should try and make sure that they provide a law that will protect everybody. We did not say they should do a law that will protect only us. Even the rider. Let the rider come to the chamber and come and explain the experience. Let the driver come. Let the company come. From there, but I want to beg them for one thing. They should make sure that they contact the people that really understand how our industry works. Because you cannot give what you don't have. If you don't want to bring a law, we bring a law with the people that understand the system. They should not do a mistake of anybody just go there and bring out the law. Let them invite the academicians, the unionists, the businessmen, everybody that are particular into that industry to come and contribute. At the end of the day, I know that we come up with what will benefit this country. It happened in US and day before yesterday. I cannot fight for minimum wages in Nigeria. I can only fight for the good pay. Because minimum wages is not minimum wages in Nigeria. It doesn't take anybody home. And I still want to beg government that they should put us in mind. Because if they are negotiating for the increment, it cannot come to our industry. We are work and eat. We are informal sectors. So when they are talking about CNG, talking about empowerment or all those stuff, they should remember us and support us on that area. For my member, please and please, let us operate maturely and use our wisdom to deal with our customer. At the same time, you know what to do. And we pray that ask them free day every day. And we pray that our customer that pay us, may God bless their pockets and continue to patronize us.
It's a good word there, Mr. Ayo Ade Ibrahim. I see that energy, that labor energy there ready. Thank you so much. He is the General Secretary of the Amalgamated Union of App-Based Transport Workers of Nigeria, speaking there around issues around the e-hailing services. It's very important because people move daily, not just Lagos, across the country. So their issues really need to be looked at. Thank you so much. We'll get an update from you as events unfold. Do have a great weekend.
Thank you so much.
All right.